Today, we're going to be talking about 6 simple salary negotiation tips. Look at this like salary negotiation 101. Okay? So let's go ahead and just dive straight in. Tip number 1, never bring up salary first. I'm just going to say it. Never bring up the salary first. It's just taboo. I will say this rule is about, I would say, true 90% of the time, because you got some fields and some industries where the need is so great that bringing up the salary isn't a big deal, But if this is a very niche and very competitive position and you are in the running, and it's 7 or 8 people, it's just a very competitive, you'll know if you're in an industry where there's a very competitive hiring process. Those are the type of jobs that you don't want to bring up salary first. I promise you, salary will come up. And when it does, the rest of these tips are going to allow you to be prepared for it. Which leads me to the next tip, which is do your research. You guys, it is no reason why you shouldn't have done any research on what salary range you fall into. If you are serious about your career, if you are serious about your next job, then it is up to you to make sure you are being paid properly and paid within the proper guidelines, within those industry standards. Here are some job websites, or here are some websites that you can look on to see what salary range you should be getting paid on. Of course, you got Glassdoor, PayScale, Salary.com, Indeed, U.S. Occupational Handbook, Onetonline, Career One Stop, LinkedIn. That's about 8 or 9 of them I just listed right there. You can go on any of those websites and find out what the industry standard is for the salary, okay? For your entry level, mid-level, management level, director level. All this information is out here at your fingertips. It's even sorted by region, because I'm sure it varies from, California, Missouri, Colorado, Georgia. It all varies just a bit, but it's out there. Which brings me to my next step. Know your value. Know what you are going to accept and what you're not going to accept. For instance, here's a story. Now, this is different from the salary specifically, but I'm a recruiter, okay? I had a person refer me after I had been a recruiter for like 6 years. I had a person refer me to be a recruiting assistant. And when it comes down to the hierarchy, a recruiting assistant is a lower level than a recruiter. So when it was referred to me, instead of me feeling like, oh, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and try to look at this job. No. I immediately told the individual that is, at this point in my career, that is beneath me. And I didn't say it all snappy like that, y'all. But I let them know this, that's beneath me at this time. Something I appreciate you looking out for me, but no, it's not something I want to do right now. And the reason why that was so important as it relates to salary is because I know, who am I to go into a recruiting assistant job expecting to get paid 96 figures? Who am I to be doing that? No. Okay, that job is not classified underneath that, but am I worth that? Yes. Is my experience worth that? It sure is. So me knowing that, number one, I'm not going to be applying for that. And number two, I'm going to be making sure when I come into interviews, I know where I am in my career. I know where I should be at, and I know what my worth is. Which leads me to the next tip. Have your salary range established ahead of time. All right, so now don't bring up salary first, but it doesn't matter. Whenever it comes up, you're going to be ready because you're going to have your salary range that you are going to be in between ahead of time. So if someone asks you finally on the job interview, so what are your salary expectations? You can let it be known right then. Simply said, my salary expectations are between 40 and 50,000, period. Or my salary expectations are between 100 and 120,000, period. There shouldn't be any hiccups. There shouldn't be any uhs. There shouldn't be any, well, at my current job, I make blah, blah, blah. No, no. Know your salary range and stick to it if you can. My next tip, which is your maximum should be your minimum. Did you get that? Your maximum should be your minimum. So what that means is if you are applying for a position and you've done your research, you've done everything on your end, you've even outweighed your experience, your current household needs, everything. And if you know without a shadow of a doubt, in order for me to make this happen within my family, I have to have a job where I'm getting paid $65,000 at least. At minimum, I have to get paid $65,000. So when I say your maximum should be your minimum, what I'm basically trying to say is if you know that your family needs $65,000 to make it, you don't just want to just make it, So instead, you come in there already going above that. You come in there saying, I need my salary to be anywhere between 70 and 80,000. That way, even if they come back with something lower, you're still above what you want it to be. Last tip, always, always, always negotiate. Even when they say this is our best and final offer, even when they say we've done everything, we've looked at everything, this is what we can offer you. Even if they say all that, still try to negotiate. Still try to negotiate.